one of the last things that Jesus spoke to his disciples was a warning and a promise. Jesus is just hours away from going to the cross, and he knows this is the last classroom experience, so to speak, with his 12 disciples. And he knows exactly what's ahead for each and every one of them. He knows that one of his disciples is going to fall into unbelief and even end his own life. He knows another disciple is going to be exiled on a remote island and just left for dead. He knows the other 10 are going to be tortured and die in excruciatingly painful ways. And so he knows this is his last time, the last chance to really speak into them and to fuel them for what's ahead. And so Jesus speaks a promise, but before that, a big warning, because he knows what's coming. And he says this. Jesus said to those disciples something that echoed through their hearts into ours right now. In this world, you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. These words have encouraged millions of Christians in their last moments before they died, dying for their faith, being intentionally killed because simply they love who you love. They value what you value. They were killed simply because they love Christ. And you might think, well, that was back then. That's in church history. That's in the history of the world. Nero and Diocletian and these different people that killed mass amounts of Christians. That was back then. Well, it's today. It's today. Do you know what's happening to your brothers and sisters in the faith? Do you know that in 2016, about every 6 minutes, a Christian was murdered for loving Jesus? It's about 90,000 Christians who were taken from this planet in death simply because they value what you value. They love who you love. And those words, that warning with a promise, is what they needed to hold on to give them encouragement. It's coming. It's already here. In the world that we live in, you can do all these different things, have conviction in how you live your faith, to say to others, well, I'm just not comfortable with that. All these things we talked about this week, you can do all those steps, and still there are going to be times when you just get attacked and you get persecuted. Remember these words, and remember this truth, that Jesus gave that warning. In this world, you will have trouble. This world is broken and sin reigns and rules here. And so sometimes you're going to be that collateral damage of just sin being in this world. And it's not that God has forgotten you. God is going to get you through it. And so he gives you a promise that you and I so desperately need. When Jesus looks into your soul and looks into your heart and says, take heart. Have courage, no matter what you're facing. Have courage, for I have overcome the world. Jesus is your shield. He is your very great reward, no matter what you are facing. Jesus is that good shepherd who knows your voice and listens to your voice, the good shepherd who has pushed away and kept away that prowling lion looking to devour your flesh for an eternity. And Jesus will not stop. He's never stopped. He's always loved you. And through that love, through that grace, He's going to take you to be with Him in heaven. So no matter what you face, no matter what is in front of you, know that God has never left you. Know that God dearly, passionately loves you. And take heart, for God has overtaken the world, which means He'll take you from this world to be with Him in heaven. Thank you, Jesus, for that strength. Bring it on, devil. We got Christ. Thank you, Jesus.
Did you enjoy this video? Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube so you don't miss a single message. Click right here.